How we doing, buddy? We all right? I hope you're doing well.
Hi.
Yeah, just a little update for you, to let you know how all things are going. We're finished.
Yeah.
And yeah, hopefully you've had time to, have a little bit of a watch. 37 minutes, maybe probably a bit longer than I think we anticipated in the first thing. And and it's been a roller coaster of a ride, hasn't it? It's been
been really fun.
So fun. And I just want to start things off. Most importantly, thank you so much. It's meant a massive amount to both of us, and to honestly every single member of the cast and crew, that somebody like yourself has, not knowing us personally and finding us on Kickstarter and things like that you believed in a project enough to back your money to it. And I feel like that deserves, all the gratitude we could possibly give you. And thank you so much for, allowing us to do what we want to do and create this world, because obviously we started off £450, which is
that was the initial goal,
and then all of a sudden £3,000 later.
And it started off, and I think probably another thing that's worth mentioning is, you were also one of the first backers, and that was probably something that really surprised us, because it was it was the first Kickstarter project that we'd ever done, first Kickstarter film that we'd done crowdfunding, and we had those kind of low expectations of a few people that we know might, give £10 here and whatever, and we'd sort of make something, and it wouldn't have been the same film, obviously, that we ended up making, but it would be something interesting to watch. It really surprised us that we thought we were setting these tiers, very high and in a sort of people weren't really going to be interested. And then within probably the first couple of days, you'd already backed the highest tier, and obviously it's.
I think it might have even been on the first day, to be honest.
It was dead
early
on.
It was very early on.
And obviously it's all relative, and it might be it was a big amount of money to us, basically. And it made a massive difference to the project, and it really created the project. It built this world for us.
That's it. I think that's exactly it, isn't it? We went from I think we went from making a film to creating a world, and that's always what we wanted to do. And you and your generosity have allowed us to be able to do that, and just being able to work with such creative people and such talented people, as hopefully when you watch, or if you already have watched the film, you'll realise that the talent that went into this completely for free, might add as well. Everybody put their own time and effort into this, and it was such a like I say, a humbling experience almost, especially from just the generosity of you, and to the generosity of the cast, to the crew, to all the people who got involved. And I really hope that it comes across, and we would love to hear what you think about it.
Absolutely. That's another thing, is obviously everyone's going to have these sort of different expectations and different opinions, but it would be really great to see the book's kind of
the book's doing its thing.
But it would be really great to see kind of how you feel like it met any kind of expectation, and what you kind of expected to see and how it came out. How was your experience in being part of the Kickstarter campaign? Do you feel like we were really involved? We weren't enough involved? All of this stuff, because obviously you've backed a lot of Kickstarter projects, and it is, you do kind of get this feeling that you have a lot more experience in this than what we do at the moment.
And I hope you've received loads of these thank you videos.
I
really
hope
do.
Everyone else sends you
I hope you've got a folder on your computer that's just thank you from Kickstarter.
But whatever it is, we're obviously, it's nice to share with you that we've actually progressed a lot through this project.
So much,
And we're now going on to, we've worked with one of the other actors who's also kind of starting out doing indie producing in the UK, and we're now forming together as a production company. So we are actually, from doing this film and from your kind of support backing it, we've been able to start this as a business, as an actual career. And we're starting to get a slate together. We're starting to take on projects. We've got our own projects. We've got short scripts and feature scripts that we're trying to kind of get out. And there's basically going to be a lot more opportunities as this goes on. And I think it's really great, and at this stage to start forming these relationships with
absolutely
people that are interested in what we're doing, or are interested in backing films and getting involved in that side of it. So yeah, absolutely. We'll drop an email address on this thing. We follow you on Instagram if you ever want to kind of chat to us, or you want to reach out, or if we have other projects, and it's okay to kind of send them your way and let you know early on, sort of before Kickstarter, or even if we weren't doing something through Kickstarter, and for example another project was funding separately, let us know, because that would be awesome to start having these relationships and start to work with people to make films in a much more kind of like a career-centric way, rather than as a kind of like a hobbyist kind of making do.
We kind of want to take that. I think it's become that time where, and obviously through doing this we've been allowed to do that, to take that next step into things. And even if it's just for us to be able to keep you updated on what we do, obviously you follow us on Instagram and things like that, so obviously things will always pop up there, but just to be able to keep you updated, and just to see if there was something we feel you may be interested in. And even if we were going through crowdfunding, we could at least let you know maybe a couple of days before that project goes live, just to let you know that it's there, just in case you don't stumble upon it. But even things like that, just to keep you updated on what we're doing. And we'd love to know what you're doing and things like that, and what projects you've been backing at the minute, and anything we should look out for or anything like that. And the sun has come out.
Just as you talk about. Yeah, and I mean also, because it is great. I think actually since kind of backing, like starting this thing with Kickstarter, I'm sure you know very well that I've seen the name come up a lot, and even in other film projects that like my other friends who are making films have also been backed by you. So it's really great to just see that this is like part of a kind of a network and a culture that we're starting to emerge into.
Absolutely.
So yeah, anyway, it's just really nice. We should probably like keep it short, but just say generally like thank you so much for getting involved in the project. And
I mean, it takes a lot to back something that you don't know, or something that, let's face it, was as ambitious as what we set out to do. And
it's definitely a wild card. It's that kind of film, but it was at the very bottom level. It's having someone who believes in this world as much as we do, and believes in it enough to see it completed, and that's what happened thanks to you. Thank
you so much, Lucas. It's been an absolute pleasure working with you, buddy. Skål.
Cheers.